YouTube started out for me as a joke. And what I mean by that is it was all fun, it was all games, it wasn't serious to me. I began YouTube when I was 10 years old and I posted a video of me playing Sonic Adventures 2 when I was leveling up my Chow to make it, I believe it's called a Chaos Chow, and I got some negative ratings because it was recorded with my webcam, and I pretty much was babbling on about useless information, about just loving and caring for your child. Because at that age, that's really what I believed everything consisted of, loving and caring for things. And that's what I thought would get you through life, being affectionate, being passionate, always caring about people. And you learn as you grow up that love and compassion isn't always the answer for life, unfortunately, because of the fact that our world has changed. But that's not the point. One more year after I posted that video, I made a new account called TSonicD, and what that account was for was it was a channel for AMVs, and if you don't know what AMVs are, they're animated music videos. I posted videos of animes such as Naruto, Bleach, and other animes, and put background music such as Eminem or any other artist, and basically tried to sync the anime into the music. And if you haven't seen them before, you should watch them. They're actually very good once they're put together professionally. I wasn't too good at them, but I took an attempt from what I knew. So that's basically where my T Sonic D channel came from. I don't know why I named it that. I think it was actually my family was like, okay, well, you can't name it Sonic because that's taken, but just try to put a few letters in front of it. So I did that. I put a T in the beginning and a D at the end. I'm not really sure why, but that's what I did. And so I decided to make music when T Sonic D decided, well, didn't decide, but when T Sonic D went downhill, I decided to make music. And so I downloaded Fruity Loops, which is a beats making program, semi professional, I would guess, and I made a new channel called Raps of Life. Raps of Life was a channel that I started beginning to understand music, and it really didn't progress very far. I believe I got 100 or 200 subscribers, and I stopped posting because people weren't liking my music. I believe if I took more consideration and time into the music, then I would be way better. And so I closed that channel. Well, I didn't close it, but I stopped posting on it, and I created a new one. This new channel was called Shade Beats. Shade Beats was pretty much a rebirth of Raps of Life, but I didn't tell anybody about it. It was pretty much my fresh start. It was me putting more time and effort into my music, and I was seeing better results. By seeing these better results, I was very happy with it, but I wasn't happy with what I was doing. I was happy with the growth, but I was not happy producing music, spending time and hours every day when I could be hanging out with my friends, just putting samples and patterns together to make good music. I mean, the outcome was pretty good, but in the end, I didn't enjoy doing it. Afterwards, I stopped posting music and there was a sudden pause on YouTube. I decided to play some video games, and this is around the time where my ex girlfriend had bought me Call of Duty. Call of Duty was not that serious to me at that time. Call of Duty was just something I did casually. I played it casually. I didn't think there were actual players that dedicated their time and effort into making videos about it. I would never thought that I would make a gaming channel, and here I am right now. But basically, how my first channel began, which was called Amazing Chain, my buddy Will, he was always good at Call of Duty. And he would teach me how to play every now and then. And I'm like, Will, you need to teach me how to become as good as you. So we became good Call of Duty players, aside from our history that we were already good friends. Me and Will have been friends for about 4 to 5 years. He is somebody I met over YouTube, over the AMVs, and it was something that this friendship's never going to disappear. Me and him argue, me and him fight, but me and him are always going to be best friends no matter what. This guy has been there for me since the beginning. I'm not going to disclose too much on how I met him, but yeah, I met him through YouTube. Me and him liked AMVs, and me and him shared similar interests. So we decided, let's be bros. And that turned out great. Me and him are still best friends to this moment, and I'm very appreciative to have him in my life. And the only reason I can actually do YouTube is because of Will. Um, I've encouraged him to start YouTube because he is an amazing competitive player, but I have not seen him start his channel yet, and when he does, I'm going to be supporting it. Um, but yes, he is the reason I have a YouTube channel. He bought me my HD PVR2 that I use to this day, and I started a channel called Amazing Chain. Amazing Chain was a channel around when I was 14 years old, I believe, and I was pretty much following off of my role model at the time, Green Goblin HD. And what I was basically doing was I was becoming somebody I was not. I was putting on a fake image to see what my feedback would be. Of course, it was negative. I was told that I don't talk about myself, I talk about the gameplay too much, and people didn't like that. So around the middle of the year, I ended up closing that channel, and of August 2013, I created Chain Feeds. Chain Feeds was my new fresh start. I had plenty of friends, I had plenty of support, and my one goal was to get into Carnage. So I ended up getting a few gameplays. I went on a massive grind to get into Carnage, and so I this is something that I did do, unfortunately, and I apologize for it to this day. This is what I basically did. I had 4 gameplays already, but I let somebody on my channel as a dual partner of my channel named Modded Society. Modded Society was a good friend. He was a good friend. He was a genuine friend. Only thing is he was ghetto in nature. So not many people liked him. But I knew he could get a gameplay. So he ended up getting a triple nuclear. And I already had 4 gameplays, but I told Apollo I had 5. Now, I ended up getting into Carnage because I said I had 5 gameplays, at least I think. And I told him that one of them gameplays weren't mine. He ended up asking me, okay, which one wasn't yours? I told him the triple nuclear. He was like, okay, well, that's fine, etc., etc. And I ended up getting into Carnage, and I practically abandoned Modern Society. What you basically learn from friendships and YouTube, people can change in the blink of an eye, and I did change at that moment. The only thing I could think about was getting into a clan, and then when I got into that clan, I abandoned a good friend of mine who was trying to be there for me when pretty much no one else was. Um, I really am sorry for what I did, but me and him are good friends right now. Me and him already went through the conversation on why this happened and stuff like that. And I'm really appreciative of him. And I'm really appreciative of Carnage Clan. And Apollo 1, he is a very good friend. I've had numerous personal conversations with him. He's helped me get through YouTube. He's helped me continue on my grind. He's helped me just grow on YouTube. And that's the point. That's why YouTube is here. It wasn't here for somebody to be like, oh, I'm better than you. Oh, you're not good, etc., etc. No, YouTube was here for people to have fun, for people to be creative, for people to have an idea and grow off of it, to speak to multiple people around the world, to share your idea. It wasn't made to downfall on other people's idea to make yourself feel good. Unfortunately, we have people like that in this community that enjoy bringing other people's idea down to, I guess, make themselves feel good. Now, I don't understand why, and I know I've done this before, so I'm not going to be hypocritical about it and say I've never done this. But I believe that should stop, and I believe that people should start remembering how YouTube began. So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. This has been Chain Feeds, and if you've enjoyed, subscribe, like, peace out.